Hi everybody, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? So excited to be with you. I am showing you a brand new bundle from the new mini catalog that will be available for purchase starting on January 4th. And it is a punch bundle, so I highly recommend that if you want this bundle, that you do not wait, but that you order on January 4th. Punch bundles tend to sell out quickly, and I'd hate for you to have to wait for this punch. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and that's what this stamp set is for. This is the new mini catalog. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like me to be your demonstrator, let me know. I'd be happy to send you a catalog. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card. It says, "You're sweet as honey." Let me show you the inside. There's a couple more honey pots. I just think this is the cutest card. So we're using the Bee My Valentine Bundle. It comes with all the parts and pieces to make the little bumblebee. I'm going to show you how to do that. And the honey pots are part of some designer series paper that is part of the suite. So there's a page, here it is, that has complete honey pots all over it. So super cute. I have Fussy cut those out for us. And I have used the Stylish Shapes largest circle to do the cutout here, as you see on this white piece. So let's go ahead and get started. I started with a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 basic white thick cardstock, and the reason that I chose to use the thick is because I wanted it to have a nice amount of weight. It was going to be the base. I then took a piece of 4.25 by 5.5 of designer series paper, and this paper has this fantastic heart on it, and I adhered it to the front of this card. So the inside is white cord and the front has this fantastic pattern on it. This piece here is another piece of basic white, and it is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and that is the piece that will be on our front here. So before we put it on there, let's go ahead and do a little stamping. So we're going to use Real Red ink. Now the color that goes with the DSP is actually Sweet Sorbet, but I wanted a more intense red on my pieces, and I chose to use Real Red for that reason. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp some hearts on here. All right, so there's my 3 hearts. Those hearts kind of serve as the embellishment in my eyes. Let's clean that, and we'll move the red out of the way. We're done with Real Red. All right, so we're gonna work on our bumblebee. So he is gonna be made with Daffodil Delight, and we're gonna use a scrap. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that you look at your punch, and the bumblebee is going this direction. So when you slide your piece in, if you stamp him here, you don't want to stamp the point this way. You want to stamp the point on this side. So just make sure and that you're mindful of those kinds of things when you're stamping the pieces that are to be punched out. So you always want to look at your punch and see what's going to be there. So we're going to start with this Daffodil Delight circle, and I'm going to put that in there like that. All right, and let's go ahead and clean that. You guys know I clean as I go. It's just my thing, I can't help it. And then we're gonna use Memento Tuxedo black ink for the stripes. And again, you don't want the stinger going the wrong direction, so I can ink it up this way, but when I punch it out, I want the stinger to be on the right side. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and lay the stinger down and the stripes and press. And if you're off, which I think I'm a slightly bit off because I'm not right over the top, I should have stood to stamp this. I'm gonna show you how to fix that. See how I'm a little bit off? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your black Stampin' Up marker and you're gonna fill in where those stripes left off, okay? So you're just gonna come in here and real gently, just go slow and use a very light hand. You're gonna fill in right there, and no one will know that you missed. And if you're more comfortable with the bullet tip rather than the brush, you're more than welcome to use that one. All right, so let's move on. Let's give this cutie a little face while we have the ink out here. So we're gonna go ahead, put his little face on. He's so cute. So there's his little face. And we're gonna punch him out. So let me trim. I'm gonna get my little paper trimmer out. I'm gonna trim him down a little. All right. Let's cut him first. So what you want to do is you want to slide him into the punch here and hover him so that you can see white around our little bee. And when you're happy, you're gonna pop him out. So here he is so far. We gotta put him together. We're gonna do his little wings next. So this one I'm gonna slide in from this side right here. So when I do this, when I stamp this one, I am going to stamp, I'll show you, on the angle like that. All right. And we're gonna stamp his little stingers, and then we'll, not stingers, his antenna. So we're gonna go ahead and stamp that on this side. And we're gonna put it like that, okay? All right. So let's clean everything off. I like to clean as I go because then I don't have a mess when I'm done. All right, so there's that and his antenna. We already cleaned his stripes, I think. No, we didn't. All right, now they're clean. All right, so let's, before we punch the wings, we're gonna color them with Pool Party. So I'm just using the brush tip and I'm making a heart shape, just like that, okay? And when you punch, you'll see why I did that. So we're gonna take this and slide it in right there. And that way I knew I was covered since we were gonna be punching a heart out, okay? Now for the antenna, the reason I stamped them upside down is because they were gonna be coming in from this angle like this. And I knew I was gonna have to punch them this way. So that's why I say pay attention to the punch. This is how the punch is, like this. So you want to make sure that you stamp your pieces in those directions to make life easier for yourself. So I will cut this piece off of here, save that for another, and this piece can get discarded. All right, let's assemble our little bumblebee. He's so cute. We have just a little bit more stamping. So what we're gonna do is use our multi-purpose glue. And I'm gonna put some glue in the bottom of the point there of the hearts. And we'll start with the wings. So we'll put his wings on first. And just make sure that you place them how you want them to look. And then you're going, whoops, oh my goodness. I dropped him and his wings fell off. They weren't dry yet. Poor little bumblebee. Let's put his antenna on. Oh my God, he's so cute. So we'll just leave him there and let him dry. While he is drying, we're gonna take a piece 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 of real red cardstock, and I'm gonna stamp with Memento Tuxedo black ink, You're as Sweet as Honey. This is a really fun font. It's a mixed font. You have script and type. And Let's bring this down so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna stamp it hopefully straight. We're gonna go ahead and press that in this piece here. You can see I have multiple stamps on each block. It's just how I roll. The less blocks, the better for me. So there is You're as Sweet as Honey. And that's all the stamping we have to do, except for the little hearts inside. So we're gonna need real red for that, but not yet. Let's go ahead and start assembling the outside of our card. We have all our parts and pieces. I also have a scrap 1/2-inch strip of daffodil, and also the same in the same pattern as the front of my card. Okay, and this is a 1/2 inch. This is going to go on the inside of the card. And I have also fussy cut 3 of the honey pots from that piece of designer series paper. Such a cute paper pack. Honeycombs, stripes, flowers, hearts, buzzing, and plaid. And then the other side has these cute little bees, the honey pots, those cute little bees, those cute little bees, some flowers, and those cute little bees. And you get 2 of each of those sheets. All right, so for these pieces here, I am going to first move our bumblebee and our honey pots out of the way. We're going to use these strips and this piece here, okay? So this piece we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of, and I'm going to start with regular size dimensionals and use them like I would on any of my cards. And then we'll supplement with some minis when needed. All right, I'm going to use some minis on the sides here because I couldn't fit a regular size one there. And I'm going to go ahead and hover around this circle, couple spots where I feel like it's definitely needed. And then I think I'm going to put one here and one here, and then that should be good. All right, a lot of backs to take off. That's why I love my Take Your Pick tool. So I'm going to take all the big ones off first so that I know where I'm at. And then I'll work on the small one so I don't lose my place as to what I've taken off, which backs have come off. All right, let's do the little ones now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and attach our top layer here, and I need to hold it up so I can see, and then I will show you guys as a big reveal. But I just want to evenly place this piece on so that it has about the same border all the way around. And then since I do hover things where there is adhesive, I just want to make sure that all the adhesive is off of my piece. I feel like I have some adhesive there, but it might just be ink. Sand eraser always works for that if it's a tiny little bit of ink. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and go. We're gonna add this piece across like this, and it's actually gonna make it to this other side. So what I'm gonna do is use this as my guide. I'm gonna hold it there, and I'm gonna come in with my scissors. And I'm gonna snip right here. And now that I have it on one side, I know where I'm going. I'm gonna go here, and then just make sure that I make it all the way across here. All right, so there's that one. So this one's gonna go all the way across. And then I want the yellow to be shorter. So I'm gonna trim it and make sure, yep, that's perfect. And then we're gonna give it a little haircut. And there's that one. And then that will get glued on, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with the yellow, and when we glue it on, basically everything except for this edge here is going to be, right here is gonna be hovered over here. So I'm gonna put dimensionals. And then this back edge is gonna get a little glue, and the front edge is gonna get a little wet glue also. So I'm gonna put some there and some there. All right, and this piece is gonna go first. I'm gonna use my tweezers. And I'm going to place this on. Perfect. All right, now comes this one, okay? And it overlaps the other one. I probably should have moved it up slightly. Let's see if I still can. Let's see. I don't think I stuck it down too hard. Yeah, let's move it up a little. There we go, much better. Perfect. All right, let's get that glue off of my finger. My little glue eraser. I love the glue eraser. Thank God for the glue eraser when I do things like this. All right, see, I'm never perfect. All right, so on this piece here, we're also gonna put some dimensionals, but we're gonna use the babies, and we're gonna put them near the bottom and kind of in the middle. Like that. Maybe this one a little closer. All right. And then the rest, whoops, I can't even get it off. It's easier if I just use the take your pick tool. I don't know why I don't just roll with it every time. Okay, so then the rest of this is gonna get some and again, tweezer. And you're gonna place this piece overlapped like that. Perfect. So cute. All right, so now comes the honey pot. We're gonna add that right there on the corner, and it's just gonna get wet glue. Especially I want to put it on that straw because I don't want that to get torn. Tweezers to the rescue. And then part of my bumblebee is going to get wet glue, and part of my bumblebee is going to get dimensionals. So he's going to sit here, so this bottom section will need wet glue, but the rest of him will get dimensionals. I'll put a mini on top there, and then a mini in the tips of each of his wings. Oh, I pulled the back off of that one. I have a problem with these minis sometimes. All right, let's get the big guys out. All right, I'm gonna put one there, and we're gonna put some glue at the bottom there. One there, and then one on the heart. I think he is good to go. All right, our little bumblebee is ready. Just needs some wet adhesive at the bottom. He's so cute. All right, so we're gonna let him hover until he meets his little dimensional there. How cute is this card? All right, the last step is going to be our inside. So this piece is going to get this little piece of 4 1/4 inch designer series paper, and it's by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it into the card, and I'm probably going to have to trim it because the score mark pushes this out slightly, but I'd rather trim off than not have enough. So we're going to grab our tweezers, and we're going to add this to our card. I want a little seam of white at the bottom, so see, it will stick out slightly. Okay, I want that to close. Okay, good. Perfect. And I'm going to trim that end off that sticks out. Perfect. All right, now we're going to add our honey pots. Let me show you this one again. We have put 2 honey pots in there. So we're going to put the big one first, and then we're going to add the smaller one next to it, and then we'll stamp that cute little heart. Start with this big one right here. I love the honey inside. It's unexpected when you open it, but I think it's so cute. We're going to overlap slightly, and this one's going to go lower, okay? Like that. Like they're on a tablecloth. And then the last step is there's a little triple heart. See how cute that is? We're going to stamp that. We're going to stamp that like right there. So cute. All right, so we use Daffodil Delight, Real Red, and Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Pool Party Light Stampin' Blend. We used the Stylish Shapes. And we used the Bee My Valentine Bundle. To make this really fun card. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me put this together, and if you do not have a demonstrator, I would appreciate it if you would purchase this from me. If you go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and if you're on your mobile, you'll scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see my photo, and under there you'll see a picture that says host code, and you would click on that. It would take you right to my store, and it would put the host code in for you. Anybody who uses the host code and spends $50 or more in a month gets a customer card from me that I make handmade with a handwritten note inside. And you also get a tutorial bundle, and it's usually a ton of projects, over 30. Some months it's been as high as almost 60, so it just depends. And I hope that you decide to start shopping with me. I would appreciate it. Please share my video. I would appreciate that as well. And pin it to Pinterest, or share it with your friends. You can share it to Facebook. You can share it to Pinterest. I think you can share it to Twitter. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you again on my channel. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!